Hello friends and welcome to my channel. My name is Jess. So glad that you guys are joining me today because we are going to do a flip through of my reading journal, which I feel like it's getting super chunky. Am I going to have to put this on expander discs? Probably. Okay, so before we jump in, I want to share with you what I am currently reading. So March, I finished in addition to like my audiobooks and ebooks, I finished 4 physical books. So I finally finished Finding Mr. Perfect, which I started in January, and honestly, I just didn't give it much time. So I finished it in March. That was a priority. One Moment by Becky Hunter. This one published March 12th. I will say this one was absolutely phenomenal. Highly, highly, highly recommend if you are looking for a good emotional rom-com. It wasn't really that funny. It was like more romance, more emotional. It's a story about love, grief, and friendship. And the point of view that it was told from, without giving away any spoilers, absolutely made the story. So I highly recommend that you put this one on your TBR because I cannot speak highly of it enough. And then The Bodyguard by Katherine Center. This one published in 2022. Absolutely adore all of Katherine Center's books. They're super light, super fluffy. They're just good rom-coms. And this one I really enjoyed. And then See You Yesterday by Rachel Lynn Solomon. She is one of my top adult romance writers and YA romance writers. So this was a really good one. It's one that features a time loop, and I'm a sucker for like any story that features a time loop, parallel universes. It just makes it a really, really fun. So yeah, these are the physical books that I read. These 2 will be going in my Pango shop. So if you're interested, you can be able to click the link down below and find them there. This one I decided to keep, and this one is actually going in my free little library. I do not sell any book that I get from a publisher. I do not sell it. So if I decide not to keep it, I put it into the free little library so somebody else can enjoy it. And now we're going to talk about the books that I am currently reading right now. Or these are like my April books. So we have The Frame Up by Gwenda Bond. I started reading it. I'm only about that far into it. I haven't gotten that far. It's cute so far. I just haven't had enough time. I just haven't had a chance to like really sit down and read it. But so far I'm enjoying it. And then I actually started The Heartless Hunter last night by Kristen Cicerelli. This is one of my book club books. So I got it from Book of the Month. It is a YA fantasy. Since it's one of my book club books, I'm trying to actually read it now, and I started it. And then I also read while I walked on the treadmill. So I'm about that far in. So still early. Before I jump into that one, this is one of the ones that I also want to read in April, Kissing Bandit by Margaret Rose. This is a romance. It was actually sent to me from the author, so I'm really excited to read this one. And I've heard really good things about it too. And this is one, it's like a little small publisher. But then this one right here is Atomic Habits. It is a nonfiction, and I'm reading this as part of the Jane's Agenda Master Plan. So last week we read through chapter 3. This week I am going to be reading through, I don't know. I think I've got to read this much. I should probably put a bookmark in there. Okay, yeah, so this is what I have to read this week. And what I like to do, I'm actually going to put it right here. No, right here. What I like to do is since we're reading about 3 to 4 chapters each week, my plan is to basically read like a chapter a night. So, yeah, I'll be reading a chapter of this tonight, and then I'm just kind of making down any notes that may be worthwhile. And that's it. So there we go. Okay, let's go ahead and jump into this. So this thing, like I said, it is getting thick. I may have to put it on expander disc soon. So we start with my yearly reading challenge, where as of today's date, actually this may not be updated all the way. I've actually read 40 books as of today, but I've also read 3 books so far in April. So I believe the 37 was as of the end of March. So here's my January wrap up, my February wrap up, and my March wrap up. I did put One Moment as my book of the month. So I wrote down, it was a debut romance. It was incredibly emotional and about grief, love, and friendship. So 13 books total, and here's all of the books. And then we go back to right here. Oh, actually, I just realized I did not update this. Okay, hold on. Let's do that right now. I have the stuff written down right here. Of course I forgot that. I always forget that. So I read 5 audio, 4 physical, and 4 Kindle. 4 physical, 4 Kindle, and 5 audio. Of course I forgot that. But yeah, so there we go. So January I read 13, February I read 11, March I read 13. Now we go to my top book of 2024. So Butcher and Blackbird was for January. The Good Part was for February. And One Moment has been for March. I'm most likely going to be choosing Butcher and Blackbird from January. And then we'll see what is my top book of the month for April. But it's going to be a hard contender against One Moment because that book was phenomenal. All right, so March I did go a little crazy on purchasing books. I purchased 11 books. Most of those, okay, so I'm trying to think, how did I purchase so many books? I don't know. A lot of those books have actually been wrapped up and they're in my closet, saved for December. I didn't sell anything. I did not DNF, and I didn't drop any off at the Free Little Library. April is going to be much better, I promise. I read 5 audio, 4 physical, 4 Kindle. And here you can kind of see when I started and when I did, when I finished them. I did not do any same day. And then April, I've done this. I have purchased 2 books, which I actually have to update from yesterday. I may have purchased a 3rd one. Guys, I'm so bad. I'm so bad. And while we are updating, I finished 1 audio. No, I actually finished 2 audios. And I finished 1 Kindle. So at least there is that. I do have to add them to my calendar, so I will do that. But then we go straight to my books read. This is only updated through the end of March. I have not put any April on there, and I'll probably end up doing that this week. So basically, I have these all color-coded, where I have 5-star, 4-star, 3-star, 2-star, and then 1-star. I actually decided against putting DNF on here. And I haven't read anything under 3 stars, but so you can kind of see that I have a lot of blue, which is 4-star. I have a lot of purple, which is 5-star. And then I have like a handful of pink, which is 3-star. I haven't come across a 2-star yet. If I finish one of the books that I'm like halfway through reading, it's definitely getting 2-star. I'm trying not to DNF it. So for my arcs, I have an arc that was due or that published in March that I still have to read, and I actually ended up switching to the audio to try to get through it faster. It's not one that I'm loving, so I'm really hoping that I can at least finish it up, because I don't want to DNF. I actually have to mark off one of them for April, and then I'm reading this one for April, and then that will leave me with just one more after that. And I want to say, I can't remember if I have added any May or June arcs. I know that I've added a September, and I know that I've added in October, I believe, but I went ahead and updated those. For the A to Z challenge, I did fill in 3. So F for Funny Story by Emily Henry, which was fantastic. One of my top books of hers. One Moment by Becky Hunter. And then also See You Yesterday by Rachel Lynn Solomon. And then my TBR. So for the books that I had on my TBR, there was only 2 that I didn't read. I don't know if I'm going to be doing Hurricane Wars. It's one of my physical, like I tried the audio. I may try the physical next. We'll see. For my April TBR, I haven't read any of these yet. I actually need to put, I want to put Atomic Habits on here, and I need to go through my Kindle and kind of put some on there as well. And then I started doing May for my monthly TBR as well, because we've already picked out our book from my book club books for May. And then the arcs. So March, these were the arcs that I had planned on reading. 3 of them I didn't get to. So far, I have marked down 4. Once I kind of get through these, then I will figure out what other arcs that I want to read in April, and I will continue to update that. Oh, and all of these I color in based on the number or the rating that I give it. And then we come to my 24 books in 24. I'm happy to show that I have finally updated this. So it has all of the books. The only thing that I'm worried about is the fact that I did get started on this a bit late. So if I had done this back in December, I wouldn't be in a much better position. So of the 24 books, I'm trying to make sure that I fit them in. So unfortunately, so like I read one of them in March. Unfortunately, none of the books that I'm reading this month are on here. But definitely will better, I will definitely better work this the rest of the year. We'll see how many that I do. I'm definitely doing this for 2025, 24 books in 25. And whatever is not finished on this list is going to go on to next year's. Bingo. So this is for January through March. I will be setting up one for April, May, June. For April through June. I wanted to read 9 physical books, but I only did 7. And these are like books that I own. This is not physical books that I get from the library. Wait a minute. Hold on. I actually maybe need to put in 2 more photos, because there were some in February that I did not print out. Flirty Little Secret. I did not print out. So maybe it's just 1. Yeah, because Flirty Little Secret I read. That was a physical. Those 2 I read physical, and that's on there. So maybe that's it. I'm just kind of looking to confirm. Yeah. So I actually read 8 physical books over the past. Okay, wait, that doesn't sound right. I read 3 physical books in February. Yeah, that's right. So yeah, there's actually one picture that I need to print out and put on here. So I'm going to make a note to myself to print it out when I print out April's. But I did go ahead and do 8. So I was short by 1, but I will be setting up another bingo page for this. And then Bookopoly, I have been updating as well. I actually have to update a Features 3+ point of view for an audiobook that I just finished yesterday. But I've been, kind of tabbing which ones that I'm filling in. So once I update this one, then I will be able to tab that. And then the book club reads, I updated for our March book. And we have pictures. We've been doing horrible with this. I think I need to actually message them and be like, hey, can we get back on track? And then I didn't participate in the books because this one, the Just Talking to My Books, is every 2 months. I didn't get a chance to read March's books, and we're actually waiting on May. So hopefully I'll have something to update soon for that. And then my genre in pixels, I updated it based on the books that I read. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we have 10 romance, 1 mystery, 1 young adult, 1 thriller. And then my reading time in pixels, I've been updating. Some days are better than others, and that's perfectly fine. My daily reading in pixels, I've been updating for physical. I actually need to update it for April. I didn't realize I was that far behind. Same with my Kindle and same with my audiobook. Again, I need to update this. I need to do better. And then my no spend. I hate to say it. March has already had 3 days, or April has already had 3 days where I have purchased books. And what I've started doing is I've started actually writing down the book titles that I bought. So Monday the 1st, from Target, I bought A Fate Inked in Blood. This is one that was highly recommended, but I will show you one of the big selling points. Blue holographic. Oh, look, you can't even see it from that direction. Blue holographic pages, sprayed edges. Oh my God, it is like so pretty. Look at that. Yeah, so that was a good reason for it. But I mean, the book sounds good. That was the main reason why I purchased it. This was just the biggest selling point. And then I also purchased the Atomic Habits. So I went ahead and marked that down. Even though that is for like a project for myself, I still wrote it down. And then yesterday when I was with Nicole, Everyone's Princess Planner, we went to an indie bookstore and I bought Nora Goes Off Script by Annabelle Monaghan. And she is actually the author of one of the books that is on my 24 and 24. So this one is most likely going to end up getting actually, this one is going to be wrapped up and saved for December. And this is probably going to go on my 24 and 25. So just to kind of share with you what I'm doing, if I purchase more than one book a month, and Atomic Habits is the exception to this specific rule. If I purchase more than one book, any books after the first one are going to be wrapped up and saved for December. And I'm going to unwrap them as like an advent calendar. So yeah, this one will not be read this year. It's going to be put away. I will unwrap it in December and I'll have a fun little book advent calendar. I'm trying. I'm seriously trying. Reading tracker. I love my little reading tracker spreadsheet. I've got to update it for April, and that's what I will be doing. I went ahead and put in an extra page. And then my ARC tracker. This definitely has to be updated. And I went ahead and I printed out new of the library holds. I printed out 3 of them because I don't even think I need all 3. But anyways, what I'm going to be doing with these is I'm actually going to start using these for all physical library books. all Kindle library books, like ebooks, and all audio library books. And I'm going to write down when I check it out. I think the due date is going to be, I'm going to change that to when I actually return it. And then I changed it to a money saved column so I can see how much money that I save. That will be updated. And then my book ratings, I updated these. So it starts out for books in January where I just basically have a picture. I put in the title, the author, how I read it, so audio, physical, Kindle, and then the dates that I read, and then a star rating. The washi that I use comes from Archer and Olive from a subscription box that is no longer available, so you cannot purchase this specific washi tape. I know Etsy has some washi, and I'm trying to get JoJo's Pretty Paper Shop to make some star washi tape. Okay, so there we go. So let's go to what was read for March. Started right here. So I have all of them on there. I love this so much. Like I love being able to flip through this. And I printed out more, so I have lots more pages in there. And then all of this is just like extra stuff. So that just goes straight into the back. But this is going to have to come out because it's chunking it up. So there we go. We are done. I hope you guys enjoy this. If you have any questions about my reading journal, drop me a comment. If you are interested in putting together a reading journal yourself, all of these pages are ones that I created. The only ones I didn't create were the calendars. I have a discount code and a link in my description if you want to purchase this yourself from my Etsy shop. Just know that I truly appreciate if you decide to purchase, and for those that have purchased from me and you're using it, I hope you love it, and I really appreciate your support. All right, thank you guys so much. Drop me a comment with the top book that you read in March. I would love to know, and what you are excited about reading in April. I hope you enjoyed this. Thumbs up, subscribe, click that notification bell, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to subscribe and enjoy the next video.